We're going. All right. So we're gonna do a daf 9, daf test. It's pretty short. We should probably be able to get it done pretty quickly because I do have to go back to work. So interesting daf here in Avodah Zarah daf test. Well, if depends on how much time we spend. Might just do the Amud or might do the whole daf because the second Amud is pretty short. Malchus Paras b'nei Abayis Shloishim Arba Shana. Right? We said yesterday. We asked, did the Romans only rule for 180 years? So the Persians ruled for 34 years. Malchus, they ruled over. They occupied the Holy Land for 34 years. Malchus during when the temple stood. Malchus Yavin b'nei Abayis me'av shmonim Shana. The Greeks ruled for 180 years. Malchus Chashmonai b'nei Abayis me'av shalish. The Hasmonean dynasty, the Jews had self-rule for 103 years. Malchus Beis Hardais me'av shalish. The Herodian dynasty is 103, which was kind of a mix of Roman and Jewish. So go and count what's left. We see Alma Mas and Vishis Havu, that the Romans were in charge for 206 years. And you say that, we're talking out of the 420 years that the temple existed. And you're saying that the Romans were 108 years. So where's the other 98 years? So we see that for 26 years, the Romans kept their word, and they didn't subjugate the Jews. And that's why he didn't count it. Then it wasn't the wicked kingdom. They're not wicked just because they're Romans. They're wicked because of what they do. So the 108 years that they were wicked. Amar Rav Papa said, Hi Tana. Papa said, if this Tana is not sure, now we're saying a Tana, we're not saying an actual Tana from the Tanoic period, we're talking about a teacher of Brises from the Amoraic period. Rashi brings, so he doesn't know how many years it was. Shiloh Safar Kama Kosiv. So you should ask a scribe, if he doesn't know what year it is, he should ask a scribe what year it is. Because he writes in his documents the years. You should add 20 years. And then he's going to find the answer. Genesis 31, Jacob tells Laban he was 21 years in the house. He was 20 years in Laban's house. This is a very difficult Gemara here, discussing discrepancies in the calendar, which we don't really have time to discuss right now. What if the scribe doesn't know what year it is? The scribe should ask the Tana, the teacher, what year is it? For Niv, he should subtract 20 years. And then he's going to find his answer that he's looking for. And there's a mnemonic device for this, to say that scribes always lower the years and teachers add years. Tanav Eliyahu. If a Tanav Eliyahu that says like this, Sheish Lafim Shana Have Ha'olam. The world is destined to exist for 6,000 years. Shnei Lafim Toyu. The first 2,000 years, the first 2 millennia were empty. There was no Torah. Shnei Alafim Torah, 2,000 years of Torah. Shnei Alafim Yimais Mashiach. And then the last 2,000 years, the Mashiach should have come, Messiah should have come, but or he could have come, but he hasn't come yet. and because, meaning the Messiah should have been there for 2,000 years, and because of our sins, we've lost out whatever we've lost out over the years. When did the 2 millennia of Torah begin? Now, if you're going to say that from the giving of the Torah was when the 2,000 years of Torah began, we don't have 2,000 years from the giving of the Torah at Sinai until that point in history when this was written. Trei Alpha Prate da High Alpha Huda Havai. Because you'll see that this lasted 2 millennia plus part of the third, so it goes past that, meaning it will Alameva as a nefesh also becharan. Gumir Avrama he sharte bar chamshin v'sarte hava. So rather we should say that Abraham, when he started his mission, his ministry, as we read in Genesis 12, the souls that he made in Haran, and that was when Abraham was 52 years old. That's when he started his ministry, and that is when the 2,000 years of Torah begin. Kama b'tzirin v'sani kama. He was 52 years old, and that was the year 2000 from creation. Kama b'tzirin v'sani kama. So how many years are missing according to this teacher? 448 years would be missing. Yeah, not and the amount of time from when Abraham began his ministry until Moses received the Torah at Sinai, 448 years. So that's exactly the amount of time that this teacher finds missing. Amar Papa says, if the teacher doesn't know what year is, you should ask this, describe what year is he writing is. And you should add 48 years. And he should add 48 years, and then he's going to have his answer. And where do we find this? So now we're on Amud Beis, a Bar Mishmona year. In Numbers 35, it talks about 48 Levite cities. V'toy Safra Nishalan Sanakama Katani, even Ivsar Minayar Bar Mishmona. And if the scribe doesn't know what year it is, he should ask the Tana what year he's teaching the year to be, and he should subtract 48 years. He's going to find his answer with Simonach Safra B'Sira Tana Tosfora. And as we said before, the scribe takes off years, and the teacher adds years. Amar Rav Huna Bered Rav Yehoshua, Hai Mandaloyada Kamashnesh B'Shavua Hu Aimed Midfei Chad Shata. What if he knows what year it is, but he doesn't know what year of the sabbatical cycle, the 7-year cycle is? He should add 1 year. And you should reckon the number in the term of jubilees, which are 50-year cycles, the specific number in terms of 7 years. Then he subtracts 2 years from each century. He adds a number. And he divides it by the specific number into 7-year cycles. Then he's going to know which year of the sabbatical 7-year cycle is. And that's what it says. That could be hinted to in Genesis 45 when Joseph speaks that there's 2 years of famine throughout the year already. Amar Rabbi Chanina, of when Jacob arrived. Rabbi Chanina said, Bechanina said that 400 years after the destruction, which would be the year 470, he said, if someone tells you buy a field worth 1,000 denarius for a single denarius, don't buy it. Because he figured that that's when Mashiach would come. But Masnisa Tana was taught in the Brais, Achar Bas, Alafim, Usayim, Shloshim, Achas, Shana, Labrius, Oilam. Another Tana taught that at the year 4,231 from creation, so which would be 150 years after the destruction, so give or take. if someone would tell you take different opinions. Buy a field that's worth 1,000 denarius for a single denarius. That's a currency. He said, don't buy it. My benayu kabenayu tlashnin. So there's a 3-year difference between that. When Asnisa tafit tlashne, the Bryce adds 3 years to the date predicted by Bechanina. So 3 years after Bechanina, who started the Havak Sivbe, we saw it didn't happen. The document was written post-dated Shishnini Seir Rasa with 6 extra years. So that's the end of our daf. Should be little nishmas about Rambam Yosef and Levi. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. All the best.